Hello, Lazzy here, and 1.19 The Wild update is out and about. Can you beat the Warden in a 1v1 on Rust? Let me know in the comments your thoughts on this update. I think it's pretty good, it's not too bad. It's missing a few fireflies, but it's alright. However, in today's video, we are checking out 3 real render dragon shaders and a couple of fake shaders for 1.19. If you would like to check out some tutorials on how you can install these shaders, because it is a little bit difficult as they are no longer resource packs, I will link videos in the description on how you can install on iOS with a jailbroken device, Android and Windows 10. But without further ado, let's get straight into the shaders. Please keep in mind that these shaders are pretty early in their build, so they're a bit basic, they're not too ultra realistic at the moment, but they're still getting updated frequently, so I really recommend following the creators on Twitter or in their Discord just so you can keep up to date with the latest builds and updates of the shaders, because I can guarantee they will get updated shortly. So the first shader I would like to showcase is a classic, which I've done 2 videos on already, and that is YSSBE Shader. So this shader is a really nice shader. As you can see, it works perfectly fine in 1.19 on my iPad. So this shader has been made to support iOS, Android and Windows 10. As you can see in the gameplay, I am using my iPad on iOS, and as you can see, it's running really nicely. Render Dragon's not too bad for performance for myself. But this shader really does look quite lovely. Keep in mind that this shader does run on its own day-night time cycle, so it may not be the best to run in survival, but in creative it looks really good. It has some nice lighting with the clouds, the sun, it has some really cool water. The water is nice and subtle on top, it does have the cloud reflections, a nice wavy effect, which is always good to see. And as I said, this shader is still getting updated, so make sure you follow them in Discord, because that's where they release all the shader updates, and they also have a few tutorials for iOS and Android and Windows 10 if you are unsure on how to install. So moving on to the next shader, which unfortunately I cannot use gameplay from myself, so I'm going to have to borrow some shader gameplay, so the credits are in the description. So this shader is Musk Shader. So this is currently only for Windows 10. Unfortunately, the creator has not released an iOS or Android version just yet, but the creator is working on it, so make sure you follow them on Twitter. So this shader is very lovely. As you can see, it's got some nice thick juicy clouds, and the reflections on the water are just spectacular. Really nice sun and sun reflections on the water, which is lovely to see. You cannot go wrong. It really is a good shader for Windows 10. Hopefully it does come to iOS and Android in the near future. When it does, I will definitely check it out once again. But for now, this shader is currently for Windows 10. Now moving on to the last real shader in today's video, which is Technical GD Shader. So the creator of this shader doesn't actually have an iOS device. He's working off Android, so it may not work on iOS.
All I do is win, no matter what.
Honestly, have not used the shader just as recording this audio, because I'm on the way home, parked on the side of the road recording this. Haven't actually used this shader just as yet, but you will see in the background if I have to borrow gameplay from Android or I have iOS gameplay from my iPad. From what I have seen though, this shader does look quite lovely, and it is still a work in progress once again, so make sure you follow all the creators on Twitter and Discord. It is a nice default enhanced shader. As you can see, it does look nice with the water reflections, the clouds. Once again, it is a nice shader. Hopefully in the near future we get some real resource packs for shaders, and Mojang just hurries up with the Render Dragon support. But those are the 3 real shaders for today's video. Now, as a bonus, I will throw in a couple of resource packs which are texture packs claiming to be shaders, which is a bit cheeky if I do say so myself, but I used a bit of clickbait back in the day when I called these textures shaders because I had no idea. So these textures just change the clouds to like a cube map, and it's nothing too spectacular, if I'm being honest. It doesn't change any of the lighting or anything like that, but it is a decent alternative as there is no lag with these kind of packs. So if you want to check out these textures, I will link them in the description as well. So if you want to have a gaze, so if you aren't able to install the shaders manually, then this is a decent alternative for the time being until we get some real resource pack shaders. But that is it for today's video. Let me know your thoughts on 1.19 in the comments. If you did enjoy, a like is always appreciated. But thank you so much. I will see you in the next one. In a peace.